So you guys ready for a little chicken digging today? Chicken digging. That's my homage to Digger Dawn, by the way. Isn't there a little dog named like Chiggly or Diggly or something? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to try it on the river today. And the thing is, this river is really, it's up about 18 inches higher than it should be. Or than that normally is in the summertime, so it's not going to be easy digging. Now, I've hunted here before, and I've done pretty well over the years. But I thought we'd just get out here. Early in the spring, the water is cold. My legs are white as a ghost. It's terrible looking, aren't they? And we'll get some sun on them soon. But let's go ahead and get digging. We're going to go on upstream about, I don't know, ways, and jump out and start digging. We're going to, work our way upstream naturally because we don't want too much silt to, well, we can't see anything anyway. Look at the water. I mean, kind of see the bottom in places, but not really. Oh yeah, one other thing. In one of my videos that I made when I was down south, I had alluded to a treasure that I was searching for, and that I was going to maybe make a video about it. Well, unfortunately, I really thought that I was going to either find that treasure or disprove that the tips that a guy gave me. But when I got there, I kind of disproved it, but then I realized that maybe I didn't. So I guess I should watch where I'm going. I guess we're okay. Was that a copperhead? Jeez. Yeah, so anyway, so I got there and I did some exploration. I said, nah, this guy's full of it. Then I did a little more research when I got home and realized that, well, it could still be true. He's just a little bit confused as to where he was. So I can't tell you any more about it because I don't want anyone getting any ideas and going down there and getting the wonderful treasure without me and him. So let's get to digging. What do you say? Tell you, under these conditions, I'm going to call it a successful day if we find a single bullet. It's definitely a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. I can't even get out in the middle. It'll be like up to here, and that's just too deep for today, where, in the summertime, it's less than waist deep. This is my first target with the ChiggsArmy, and it's just a big piece of flat iron. Now, we have to dig a lot of iron. I'm not sure what that is, though. We have to dig all the iron in here, or at least I'm going to. At least all the iron that's bigger than a nail, because there's a big battle here. There's lots of bayonets been found and muskets and gun tools. So the iron interests me. Could even be a sword in here. So we're gonna dig a lot of this. Unfortunately, we'll have to kind of stick to the bank and it's really muddy this year. I mean, look at this. There's a lot of silt. It's normally much cleaner than this. I guess the floods this winter really just kind of sucked in the silt to the side, or it didn't suck it in, but pushed it into the side. The other bank might be better, less silt, I don't know, but most of the relics are on this side. So we're going to go up this side. All right, one bullet, success. Deep mud, deep water. Not finding a whole lot except, well, you might recognize these. Sardines. I did not throw this in here, but I will take it away. Find a little bit of pipe, pieces of metal, nothing good yet. It's a good 2 feet higher than it should be, though. I mean, normally where I'm standing is dry. Well, I have my first piece of lead. A little tiny round ball. Now, unfortunately, I cannot say that I'm officially on the books as far as finding a relic. This could be a pistol ball from the American Civil War, or a bucking ball from the American Civil War, or it could be just a buckshot that someone, fired at something from that field up there 40 years ago. Very indecisive. We need to find a mini ball, or at least a big round ball. Yeah, a round ball, but it's got to be big. That way we'll know. Had to get back in the boat because we have to go around this big tree right here. This is the kind of thing, this is the reason I'm here, is for things like this. Now, these banks have been scoured for years by metal detectorists, and a lot of the bullets that would have been there are gone. But when you get a tree or something like this that gets moved in a flood, you can see how it ripped the bank away. So any relics that were up there on that island, so any relics that were up there on that bank will end up in the water right down there when that tree is gone. Unfortunately, the flood didn't take it away, so we'll have to wait another year for that. We're just going to skip around the end of this and start digging again. I can't really fit under there. I mean, I can, but if I drug the boat in there, I'd probably lose half my gear, like all the stuff just laying on top. So we're not going to do that. We'll just skip around the edge. Maybe. We'll start again. Again, this has been eroded a little bit, but really not a whole lot, I don't think. Not too deep right here, but you can see that big log on the other side of the log. It'll drop off for sure. All right, I gotta tie my boat off so I don't lose it like my buddy Miguel. He's known for doing that. Aren't you, Miguel? You'll never see this. So I have a happy little squeaker here, but you know, it's in this stuff, so it could be like a can, but I'm thinking it might be a bullet somewhere. Back toward me, I think. There it is. So, reading kind of high for a bullet, but I'm very happy with it. Now, I'm not going to put you underwater because I don't think you're going to be able to see anything anyway. So, all right, if it clears up enough, we'll go under. But I'm going to have a terrible time with this stupid GoPro with the yeah, I'm going to have to dig a little bit on that one. All right, let me dig out some of that mud with my Chigger digger, and we'll get right back with you. Right here. Doesn't sound real big, though, so I'm hoping it's not a can. But the fact that it's pretty muddy right here, mucky, that means I'm not as hopeful as I could be. All right. See if I moved it yet. No, I haven't moved it, but I took a lot of dirt out of there. I don't know if I'm on screen. So I might be able to just reach down there and grab it now. Boy, it's deep. No, it's a little deeper. I just don't want to get real wet. It's going to get cold as soon as the sun goes down. And I got a ways to get out of here. Yeah, it's like still real muddy down there, so I'm thinking that could be a can. It was just a lot deeper than I thought it was. Oh no, I feel it's a can. Pretty sure. Yeah. All right. Give it a big old whack with the patty whacker. Pretty sure. Heard something beeping. Pretty sure that's just a can now. Here's a log. Alright, I should have gotten it. Oh no. Oh God, I don't want to go under. See, I'm trying to rush this so I don't bore you guys too much. Scrape down to the rocks. It's a good time. Maybe I need to be a little more careful. In case there's a belt buckle. Oh, I wish there's more. I thought I could feel it. It felt like it's a can. Pepsi. Upside down Pepsi. All right. Next signal is going to be a bullet. And it's going to be a good one. A mini ball. So I chased this little doodad out of the deep water and kind of kept kicking it to shore, you know, closer and closer and closer. Sounded like iron, but it isn't. It's, I guess, some type of fishing reel piece, maybe. Yeah, it's got to be that. Aluminum-ish. We're going to find at least one relic today. I sure hope so. We still got hours to go. Many, many hours. But I do love it out here. You know I do. So this might be a good little spot by this log. I'm not hearing any like good signals, and a lot of the signals I'm getting I think are actually rocks, you know, the irony signals. But it's really hard bottom there, and I suspect this has been scooped out since the last flood. That's a rock, by the way. Yeah, hot rock. Woohoo! All right. You probably can't even hear it, so I'm going to try this with you. I have headphones. I could take the headphones off, but the problem is when you're water hunting is if the metal detector is underwater, you can't hear it because the speaker's underwater. That's why you almost have to use headphones, but we'll try it. If you guys want to follow me up this way, right under this log here, there's just I'm just hearing a lot of iron. Hey, I'm going to spin you just a little bit into the sun, so... Wait. Jeez, I'm a mess. It takes me a while to kind of get back into the swing of things, but... Let's do a little magnet fishing here. Maybe. Could all be rocks, too. I don't know. Don't go too far. I do have you tied off, so... Yeah, I'm not catching anything. Hey, come back here, you. I don't have my big magnet because they lost it last year, and I haven't replaced it because I can't find one just like it. And I want one just like it. I'm gonna just dig around. If there's anything interesting, I'll show it to you. Sorry. Well, I can't say this is my best find, but big old chunk of horseshoe. I would definitely have dug this signal in the past had I heard it, as well as several cans that I've dug. So this is a very promising area, and that could have been killed in battle. Really could have been. That looks like something there. Come back here. Ooh, here's a little something. It's a little lid, but it's iron. We'll throw it in a bag, and there's some rocks and pieces of junk there too. Let's go ahead and listen real quick together. I want you to come up here a little bit in front of me and see if there's more iron there, because I mean there could be it could be pistols in here. Nope, just horseshoes. Just horseshoes in here. Oh, okay, we'll see you a little bit later. So we have a couple very interesting things going on here. I got a very, I shouldn't say very twice in the same paragraph. I have a great signal here. It could be a can, but it's reading a little higher than it should, and the squeak is a little sweeter than it should be. And off on the horizon, that's the second thing that's interesting. I do believe there's a thunderstorm brewing. 'Tis the season. All right, let's listen to this thing. It's kind of strange though, because it's right behind this tree right here. That well, I found a lot of stuff there before, and I would think that a good signal like this I wouldn't have left, but it could have been freshly washed off. I don't know if you can hear that. Very sweet, and it's reading like in the mid to upper 80s. Now it could just be a can. All right, we're gonna find out together. Don't go too far. I don't know why I just turned the machine off, but I did. Still there? Probably can't see me. I moved it. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there's gonna be a chilly willy one. Can you see me? All right, I'm gonna find it. I think I moved it when I was fanning, so that might not be a great sign. It means it could be light. All right, just off to the side, but it's 86. Now 86 is like a belt buckle signal, or at least a breastplate signal. There it is. Oh no. Or an aluminum leg to a tent, or tent pole signal. This is actually like the 5th one I've dug. I should have known. Light just floated down here, or floated out of the bank, you know, right on top, where I've dug a ton of stuff in the past. So this was deposited this year. Oh, by the way, if you look up in the trees right there, you can see those little clumps of dark leaves, or not dark leaves, but like muddy leaves. That's where the water was not too long ago, so it was way above our head, and it'll get a lot lower in the next month or two if it quits raining. So we're definitely a lot closer to a Civil War item. This is this is a fired round ball. It's not a 69 caliber, but I'm really believing this is a Civil War bullet from the battle that occurred here. Can't be 100%. Really getting dark, and I can hear thunder now off on that horizon. Calling for wicked bad thunderstorms this evening, so if it gets noisy, we're going to take off. Even if well, I'm not going to say I'm skunked. I think that was a good bullet, that last one, but good bank right here. You can see it's kind of like scrubbed a little bit clean. You can see some stuff has come down, so we might get something out of right in here. Ah, I'm hoping there comes coming after the jig. Choppa. Well, we did it. We got a mini ball. Look at there. I haven't cleaned it off yet to look at it. This little bank right here is loaded with cans and stuff. And I think it might have been like an area where a bunch of stuff collected over the years, and now it's washed out. So I'm hoping there's some more bullets and maybe a belt buckle or two in here. Let's rinse her off, see what she looks like. A mini ball. It's really high, so it is possible that there's more in the hole, but maybe not, because that's fired. See how it's kind of deformed off to one side? That's a fired mini ball, so I doubt there's going to be any more in that hole, but we'll double check it. And I think the thunderstorm is kind of like kicking off to the side a little bit. I think it's going to go around us this time, so we might be lucky and be able to stay up. Stay out for a few more hours. All right, we're going to take a chance on this one. There's a couple signals right in the mud here on this bank that one could be a bullet. I think the other one's probably a can. I'm digging a lot of cans. There's something pretty big right about there, and it's something a little bit that's pretty big too, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably a piece of aluminum or something. Let's just go ahead and dig them out and see what they are real quick. Hey, thought that other one was a little smaller. Hey, whoops! I think I just no off the can. Hey. Milwaukee's Beast, and this is probably a can too. Hey. Hey. Thought this one sounded a little bit smaller, so I was a little bit more hopeful. Oops. Put that over there. I'll pick that up in a minute. Yeah, this is actually a little bit smaller, so I'm a little bit more hopeful. Come here, buddy. No. It is smaller. I'm no longer more hopeful. All right. Yeah, man, a lot of cans. All right, we'll keep moving. Hopefully, we'll have a good signal coming up for you, or a good target. I won't turn the camera on unless I'm just about ready to get hit by lightning, or I have a Civil War relic in my hand. I'm true to my word. I actually have a Civil War relic, but it's behind me on the bank. But I want to show you a couple things first. This is a can, I believe. I think this is a tin can, tinned. With an ED on the end. Now this could date to the Civil War, it may not, but this is the kind of stuff you find deep in the mud in Civil War sites. Now this is not a Civil War item. That's an electrical junction box, but tons of junk in here. Still booming off on the horizon. No thunder horizon. ING, I always do that. Horizon. Still no storms though, so we're in good shape. Let's go look at the bullet that I actually can see just walking around. I was up on the bank. You see how this is all kind of slumped out right here, so I was hoping maybe some stuff got washed out, and sure enough, it did. Look. Woohoo! I heard that with the machine before I saw it, but pretty sure that's going to be a mini ball right there. That looks like it's about a mile away. I have to work on this camera. And it is a Civil War mini ball. It's a fired one though, just like the other one we have. Let's rinse it off. Looks like a mouse has chewed on it too. You can see little tiny teeth marks in it. So that's probably like a mouse or something. The Confederates were over there on that side of the river. The Yankees were over here on this side of the river. And because it's fired, I'm going to be thinking maybe a Confederate fired it over here. Could be some more in the bank. I'm going to go ahead and just hunt around in the mud a little bit. Maybe get down in there a little bit too. That's the area I really wanted to get to. I actually have already tied the boat off. So If I find some more stuff, I'll get back to you or see anything interesting. Kind of weird, that mini ball I found was like right here laying on the bank. And then I had a deep signal over here, and look, there's a piece of, this is modern, it's not Civil War era, modern steel, down a lot deeper than the mini ball. So I guess that's what happened, is it was up in this bank like we thought, and just kind of washed down and became exposed. And that lighter piece, that's actually hollow, got buried quite a bit deeper. All right, I'm going to cover that back up, and we're going to look down around here and see what else we can find. Well, I finally found a drop bullet. This is a Williams cleaner bullet from the American Civil War, number 3, I believe, the most modern one. I'm going to keep looking in this little area right here. Man, I can hear the thunder in the distance. It's kind of freaking me out. We're going to probably leave in an hour if we can still hear thunder, because I don't want to be trapped out here in a storm if it's going to get dark. So right now we can still get out of here. We could probably wait one out, but an hour from now we won't be able to. It's actually not too bad the clarity over here. I get right down there in the rock, so if I can get a good signal in here somewhere where you can see, I'll put you under. You know what you'll have to do? Yeah, you do. You'll have to hold your breath. I'm thinking we might have another bullet right about here. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dig it and show you what it is, just so we can get it out of the ground or out of the water and keep moving. It sounded pretty good in the beginning, but now it's a little bit squeakier, but I can hear 2 signals. So I don't know what it is. I'm just going to go ahead and dig it. And this is why it was kind of a messed up signal. Shotgun shell, got brass on it, but also this one has an iron primer, so that's why I was hearing that weird signal. Well, I'm going to check the hole again. Oh, I just dropped it. I'll get it. It seemed like it was another signal there. Lovely fish hook. Glad I have gloves on. I'm glad I didn't stick in that little finger right there too. So in the same hole that I found that fish hook that for some reason I just kind of pitched, I don't know why I did that, I found this little rivet. It looks like a rivet or something equally or even more cool. I'd say this is really old. That could be pre-Civil War. It looks almost like a cufflink, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got a design on it right there. Not sure what it is. Same hole as the fish hook. We're going to check the hole again to see if there's a gold coin right beside it. I have a nice bullet signal right there, and lo and behold, I can actually see it. Now, I'm going to let you go under because I know you want to hold your breath, don't you? Well, here you go. There it is. Must have just washed out of the... no, it's got green stuff on it. I was thinking it must have just washed out of the bank because I was laying right on the surface, but with that green moss, that tells me it's been exposed to the sun for a while. Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? Wow, I can't believe that thing just laying there like that. Well, as much as I hate to say this, we're going to do 1 or 2 more targets and then we're going to head out. That storm is really building. It hasn't moved at all. It's still off to off to that direction a good ways, but it's just getting louder and louder. The thunder is just a lot more frequent. You can see the clouds are starting to overspread us now. So we'll get 1 or 2 more signals. We're going to hit the road. We can always dig a little more when we get back toward the boat ramp. I just want to be closer. Good signal right here. I suspect it's a bullet because it's in the hard clay and probably washed out of this bank. If I can find it again. There we go. Yeah, that's about a bullet size, I think. I'll put you under. Tell me if you can see it. Just hold your breath. It's not really working too well because I can't see. I'm just kind of trying to feel with my fingers. I'm going to grab it real quick, show you what it is. I suspect it's probably a penny, a modern penny, and then we're really going to go because I don't want to get stuck in this stuff. Not sure what it is, but here's a big piece of it. It's like not pewter, but zinc. Okay, I'm gonna hit the road. Battery's almost dead on my camera. If we have a little bit of juice left, I'll do a little exit going up the river. If not, we're gonna haul butt because it's a big one. It's just constant thunder now. We'll see ya.
Till I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand.